Hello, I'm Jeff Arnett, Master Distiller at the Jack Daniel Distillery in Lynchburg, Tennessee. And today I'd like to talk to you about the whiskey that's here before me on the table. It's called Gentleman Jack. I think when people hear the name Jack Daniels, they always think of the square bottle and the black and white label. We have so many other whiskeys other than that. And our first one that we came out with after Prohibition, other than a black label, was Gentleman Jack. You know, Gentleman Jack was an answer to so many people who told us that they just simply wouldn't drink whiskey because they didn't like the aftertaste of oak. But Gentleman Jack is unique in that it also goes through a second pass of charcoal, and that happens after the barrel and before it goes into the bottle. What happens when you do that is that you remove the aftertaste of oak. You know, being in a new charred oak barrel in a warm climate as we are here in Lynchburg, it's inevitable that you're going to have these aftertastes associated with the charring of the barrel. But when you nose Gentleman Jack, you notice it's got a very clean, pleasant nose on it. I describe it as being uncomplicated, which gives you an idea of maybe that it's going to be approachable. I think of everything in the Jack Daniel's family, Gentleman Jack is the one that I typically start off a tasting with, and it's simply because it's a really nice starting point. I don't call it beginner's whiskey because I know a lot of very mature drinkers who love Gentleman Jack. But the thing that most defines it from a flavor standpoint is that it has the absence of oak. You know, bitter flavors tend to show up in the back of the throat. Sweet flavors are on the tip of the tongue. Going through charcoal mellowing twice means that this whiskey is going to be very flavor forward, I call it, more tip of tongue than maybe some of the other expressions of Jack Daniel's. But let's try and see. Yep, the flavors that I have in my mouth right now are largely kind of on the center of the tongue, sort of in that sweet spot that's centered up on the palate, but it's tingling pretty sharply to the tip with flavors of vanilla and caramel. And really the most startling thing about it is that when you swallow it, there's no aftertaste. It has a quick exit. It makes it great for, I think, mixology, for people who are looking to make a nice Manhattan. I know often the best Manhattans will have interesting bitters used in them. And the problem with a really oaky whiskey is that bitters and oak will fight in the same spot of the palate. The great thing about Gentleman Jack is you can use a single dash of bitters and they really shine in the cocktail format. Regardless of how you drink Gentleman Jack, we just ask you to do it responsibly and always enjoy yourself.